Today's match is brought to you by Direct Waste Management Limited, Orca Telecom and Fox Lane Garden Centre. To advertise on this platform, email info@shfltv.tv. Well, something's got to give this afternoon. A clash of the Titans in the Highland League. Champions Brora Rangers away to their nearest challengers last season, Inverurie Locos, and both sides have started the season well. In fact, Brora aiming to get off the mark early on there. Steven MacKay testing out Andy Reid in the Locos goal. Goals galore for both sides. Martin Bavic, he'll be a key man this afternoon. Here's Neil Gould trying his luck. Donaldson with the flick on. Bavic gives chase. Out comes Joe Mallon. Yet to concede a league goal this season, Joe Mallon. Monroe swings in the cross. Helped away to safety. Houston might fancy his chances. Scott Houston drills the ball towards goal and it skids behind for a goal kick. Here's Sutherland getting away from his man. Squaring for MacKay, just between the legs. MacKay couldn't get the ball under control, and that's a let-off for Locos. Here's Zander Sutherland! Oh, what a strike from Zander Sutherland! And 8 minutes on the clock. Brora Rangers are off to a flyer. Sutherland getting away from Anderson and drilling the ball in off the left-hand post of Andy Reid. Well, the perfect start for Davy Kirkwood's side. And here they come again. It's Sutherland once more. Reid manages to claw the ball away to safety. Donaldson. Andrew Greig wins it back. Martin Bavic is fouled. And the free kick goes the way of the home side. There's the Chuff Chuffs with a brand new drum for a new season. In comes the free kick. Gordon Forsyth with a header. And it's over the top of Joe Allen's crossbar. Bavic flicks it on to Donaldson. Does well to keep it in, and it comes from Donaldson. Cleared away by Tokely. Play on, says the referee, as Morrison swings the ball forward. And out comes Andy Reid. Locos get going once more. Donaldson, nice touch. Gets away from his man. Can he square it? No, he can't. And it's cleared away to safety by Brora. Anderson back to his goalkeeper. Knocks it upfield. Not convincing as Morrison heads on. The Catachs looking to further their lead. It's Andrew Greig. Skips inside and Andrew Greig fires one past Andy Reid. It's a second for Brora. 22 minutes on the clock. And there's no stopping Davy Kirkwood's men, it seems. Oh, Andy Reid couldn't get near that one. It flew straight past him and into the back of the net. Bavic trying to find Neil Gould. That's a good save low down from Joe Mallon. The danger's still on. Brora awarded a free kick. Ross battling well, sends it on to Bavic. He hit it first time. And it just wouldn't sneak under the crossbar of Joe Mallon. Bavic enjoying his tussle with Grant Monroe. Neil Gould might have some joy here as he skips away from Williamson. And Williamson just with the vital interception, which gives the ball to Joe Mallon. Williamson once more. Bavic. This time winning the ball away from Houston. Here comes Ross on the far side. Good ball in from Ross. And Colin Williamson turning the ball behind for a corner. Gillespie for Brora, doing some battling in the midfield. And Matt Northcroft just having a quick word. Free kick goes the way of the home team. Gould trying to flick the ball across the face of goal. He wins a corner off Houston. Good pressure from Locos as they try to find a way back into the game. It's Anderson with the header, and it's turned away for another corner. And it comes once more. Up goes Anderson once more, this time flashed wide of the right hand post. Ross Anderson with 2 headers, a great chances even, to bring Inverurie back into the contest. Here's Williamson, now Greig. Andrew Greig, scorer of the second goal. Gillespie flicks it back out to Andrew Greig. Greig gets the cross in. Oh, might have found its way into the left-hand corner of Andy Reid's net. Free kick, Brora. Quickly taken. Oh, through the legs of Donaldson. Here's Zander Sutherland. Squares for Steven MacKay. And Brora are 3-0 in front. 4 minutes before half-time. And Brora strike again. A bit of fortune as the ball went through the legs of Dean Donaldson. Zander Sutherland latched onto it, squared for MacKay, and that's 3-0. Brora on easy street. The Locos still keep going to try to get back into this game. It's a real uphill struggle at the moment. In comes the corner once more. A real melee in the box. It's a sore one for Steven MacKay there. He's gone down. And the ball eventually goes out of play. Treatment will be now allowed to come on for Steven MacKay. Let's have a look at that one once more. In goes the Brora captain. Munro come across. There was a cluster of Locos bodies. And it's a sore one for the Brora Rangers skipper. Back underway at Harlaw Park in the second half, and that looks a sore one for Mark Suter. Well, Grant Munro has called for the stretcher. It doesn't look good for the Locos man. He went into the challenge here with Dale Gillespie, and it doesn't look good for Mark Suter. Well, Munro called for the stretcher straight away, and the Locos man will now go and receive medical treatment. Tokely knocks it forward for MacKay. It's inside to Gillespie. Williamson on the far side. Colin Williamson striding forward. Sutherland back to Munro. Lovely switching ball to find Ross Tokely. Tokely, that's a lovely ball forward. Steven MacKay's onside, lobs the goalkeeper, back off the crossbar. Zander Sutherland, and that's deadly from Brora. A wonderful, well-worked move. 7 passes in total, and helped out via the crossbar to make it number 4. And well, things going from bad to worse for the home side. Well, Steven MacKay, that would have been a fantastic goal from him. It was back off the crossbar, and Zander Sutherland pounced on the loose ball. Well, the Brora faithful, they will want more. Their side 4 goals to the good. And knowing Davy Kirkwood's men, they will be indeed pressing for more. 8 goals last weekend. 4 this afternoon. Sutherland gets the ball into the 6-yard box. MacKay was there. Andy Hunter losing out. Zander Sutherland racing through on goal. He'll keep the ball in here. He does. Takes on Broadhurst. Good skill from Sutherland. This time taken down. And Brora have a free kick. And it comes, and Ross Tokely at the near post knocks in number 5. And we've played an hour at Harlaw Park, and Brora Rangers making this one look extremely easy. Well, match of the day going into the game. That was the billing, and Brora Rangers are sweeping Inverurie Locos aside with ease. Munro and Williamson link up once more. Munro switches the play, finds Tokely. It's one-touched stuff now from the champions. Tokely once more. Lovely incisive pass. MacKay's onto it. Can't find Sutherland. Broadhurst was there, and Andy Reid comes surging out. And well, he got the ball. Matt Northcroft happy enough with the challenge. Play on. McLean. Finding MacKay. Lovely poked the ball through from MacKay, and it's away to safety though for Locos. Gillespie. Lovely ball over the top. Zander Sutherland, and can't beat Reid. Oh, well, that shows the determination for the champions. 5 goals to the good, and the captain chasing down every lost cause. Ross for Locos, still buzzing about. Bavidge has made his way towards the far side touchline, and the cross held by Malin. Gillespie. Now Sutherland. Zander Sutherland looking to open up and shoot, and it's turned behind for a corner. Andrew Greig with the corner. Up goes Grant Munro, and it's another corner for the visitors. Greig once more with it. Oh, helped away by Ross still. Another corner. Munro at the back post, taken down well, and it's gone for another corner. Brora still keeping the pressure on. It's Greig on the far side this time. In it comes, still bouncing around. David Ross eventually turns and clears, but the pressure still on. Greig on the far side. Gets away from Young. Crosses in, MacKay's there. It's gone behind for yet another set piece. Sutherland. Oh, this time trying to beat the goalkeeper and almost succeeding. Ross. Tokely. Well, he's trying to cover the ball at the corner flag, and he's conceded a free kick. And it comes, Malin punching clear. Ross. Oh, might get some joy here, David Ross. He's done well. Trying to beat Malin at his near post. Well saved from the goalkeeper. Pressure still on though. Young. Mark Young the sub. Finding Forsyth. Crossing well. And Malin is there at the back post. Well, yet to concede a league goal this season, Joe Malin. And it looks like it's going to take something special to beat the former Ross County man. And well, I'll tell you what, talking of beating players, that's one way to beat Zander Sutherland. Tokely knocking the ball about. It's Greig in behind Forsyth. Andrew Greig looking for number 6. Saved down well from Andy Reid. And that's Zander Sutherland off the crossbar. Reid beaten, but for the second time in the match, the crossbar is rattled by the visitors. Still trying to get his shot away. He's done well to get on his left boot, but it's easily held by Malin. McLean, Colin McLean, brother of Martin, for Brora. Now Tokely. Well, it's been a comprehensive victory for the champions this afternoon, and they're going to end the game by just knocking the ball about. Match of the day billing this one had. Well, Brora again going from strength to strength this season, and a 5-0 victory. It could have been more. 3 more points on the board for the champions.
There's so many things about the performance today, but there's not many mistakes being made by your team. There's nothing that teams are being able to pick off and put you under pressure. It just seems totally clinical.
Oh, there is mistakes on the pitch, don't get me wrong, and this is the first week we're going to be able to go and rectify a couple of these. People think at the result and think, no, there's not a lot of mistakes. There still is, and they've got such a high standard. We'll work on that during Tuesday and Thursday, and we'll hopefully get another 5-10% out that side.
The goals for record is building up as well. Steven MacKay scored today as well. Other players are scoring, but subs are coming on and doing their performance as well.
That's it. You look at Sydney, the goals he scored in Zander and Chubbs. We've also got young guys like Colin McLean, James MacKay who are coming in the pitch and scoring. We've got Colin Williamson scoring 4 goals from the back 4. So it's one of these ones. If you rely on 1 or 2 players and the 2 players are not firing, then you're in trouble during games. But we've got goals all over the pitch.
Scott, a 5-0 defeat today. What can you take out of that game?
Not a lot, John. We had a game plan at the start and that we thought could cause Brora problems, but we never gave ourselves the opportunity. I'm glad it's on TV because it will hopefully let our players see, what we're talking about. At times, I think fair play to Brora, obviously, ruthless. But I think we could probably contribute to our own downfall on 2 or 3 different occasions, at least.
Zander Sutherland, very impressive when he was here last year, and once again today, 2 goals, and also put in the cross for Ross Tokely's goal.
Well, what I need to say about Zander is he talks about his assists, never mind his goals. He keeps reminding you how many assists he's got, but Zander's Zander, you've got Sid, you've got Chubb. The thing is, we've got goals all over the pitch. But the thing is, what's keeping them on their toes is competition.
I'm delighted. To be honest, we create our own chances a lot at Brora, as well as other players coming in and chipping in, but I thought we did really well as a team. It's not all about just myself scoring a couple of goals, it's just everybody contributes something massively to the game. And Gavin was working hard, Dale from the back, so it's really good, it's quite promising.
Is it just one of these games you just have to lift their heads again and try and get them prepared for Lossiemouth?
It doesn't matter. I mean, it's 3 points. I mean, the league's a marathon. It's not a sprint. I mean, at the minute, obviously Brora look like they can run away with it. I think, or I'd like to think, that there'll be a few teams that will give them a harder game than we gave them today. And we would like to think that if we can get ourselves back to a fully fit squad, that we can get up there and challenge. I'm not saying for a minute that we would go and win the league, but I think we can do a hell of a lot better. And I don't think Brora will have too many easier games, to be honest. In terms of attacking, I felt sorry for our strikers today, because I thought the 2 of them up front in the first half did cause problems just in the areas they got into. But we didn't give our forwards the opportunity because of our poor, lazy and comical at times defending.
To be honest, it's just week after week we're the same professionalism from all the boys. We know what we want to do and we know what the team's weaknesses are, and we utilise that every week. We've got good wide players, we've got good boys at midfield from the back, and myself and Sid, we've got a good partnership over the last year and a bit. And to be honest, everyone just works really hard, and I think that's the best grounding for our team, is this work rate, and we've got that in abundance. So teams have to be at their very best to even get a sniff on goal from us.
Let's have a look back at last Wednesday's action. Rothes took on Clachnacuddin with a new man in the dugout after Graham Roy's departure. Rab Mulheron back in charge at Rothes for his second spell. This is first game in the dugout. That was an absolute cracker from Ross Grant to give Clachnacuddin the lead. They might have had a penalty as well, but David Watt waving play on. Things went from bad to worse as David Chambers nicked in to make it 2-0 to the Merkinchers. And it was 3 shortly after. Andrew Skinner dancing round Ricky Horne to make it 3-0. Number 4 arrived just before the interval for Clach. A long ball forwards caught out the Rothes defence. David Watson there rolling the ball back to Ross Grant. He played it into the path of Martin Laing and he couldn't miss for number 4. Well, tempers starting to flare. João Rodrigues for Rothes. David Watt just letting play on. Clach kept the pressure on in the second half. David Watson here striking the crossbar, looking for number 5. Watson didn't have to wait long. He duly finished from 20 yards out for number 5. Well, Ricky Horne won save of the season last season. Another tremendous stop, keeping Clach at bay. Well, Ian Polworth's side recorded their first win the previous Saturday to this game, and it was a shoot on sight policy for the Lily Whites. Check this one out from far out. A wonderful strike from Skinner and bouncing wide. Number 6 arrived with the head of David McGurk, and that sealed it for Clach. A wonderful 6-0 win. Let's have a quick look at the league table in. Fraserburgh are the leaders after their 5-4 win over Strathspey Thistle. Brora Rangers have a game in hand. Clachnacuddin move into the top 9 after their weekend win away to Huntly. Well, on the bottom, not looking too good for the likes of Nairn County after losing to Buckie Thistle at the weekend. They're down in the wrong end of the table. Wick Academy, a good one for them at the weekend away to Formartin. They're mid-table comfortably, and Fort William and Huntly still to get off the mark.